All right, we are live. We are live. What's happening, people? Javon in here first. Love to see it. Let's go, boys. Danny will be here shortly. As usual, he's running late. I swear to God, this guy decides to get like a coffee or something right before we're about to go live every single time. It's like uncanny. Javon said, so I have Cordero, Chuba, and Chase as my running backs. Who should I start? So I'd personally roll. If you can only start one of those guys, I'd roll with Chuba Hubbard. If you can start two of them, I'd roll with Chuba Hubbard and that's close between Cordero Patterson and Chase Edmonds. I'd probably go Cordero Patterson there as the second guy. Triple Trey says, should I start Donovan Peoples-Jones? I have St. Brown, Rondell Moore, and Rashad Bateman as my two wide receiver and flex options. So you got to start three of these guys, Triple Trey. I'd probably go Donovan Peoples-Jones, Rondell Moore, and Rashad Bateman if you had to start three of those guys. That's not a great position to be in, though. Obviously, I'm assuming you have a lot of guys on bye this week. Javon says Cardinals D or Packers D. So Cardinals D against Houston, Packers D against, I can't remember off the top of my head who the Packers play. Green Bay plays Washington. I would roll with Green Bay at home against Washington there over the Cardinals D against Houston, I think. Actually, I don't know. That's a tough one. What would you roll with there?
Cardinals go up against
Houston.
I'd probably go Cardinals.
They're both at home.
Probably
both
go Cardinals.
Defenses. I'd probably go Cardinals too. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, I think I'd go. Those are both great options though this week.
Yes, sir. Also, I just wanted to make a note. I go into my finance exam. I know it's completely unrelated to football. I go into my finance exam, and in the email I got for the makeup, it said, "Oh yeah, it'll include long and short answer." Keep in mind, the original one was all true, false, multiple choice, and the practice one was true, false, multiple choice with 2 short/long answers at the end. So I'm like, okay, whatever. It'll be a couple mixing at the end. No big deal. I go to write it. 75 marks, all long and short answer. Finance.
The whole thing, like no
the
true,
whole
like,
thing, no true, false, no multiple choice.
To be honest, though, I kind of like exams like that,
and I don't mind having some of that, but at the same time,
I don't like multiple choice and true false. I don't mind them, but like I'd prefer to do long because I'm good at like kind of bullshitting stuff when I'm writing, so like I'd prefer that compared to like I feel like they give you more marks for that shit.
I guess, but like I got to the part with stocks, and I was like, "What the fuck am I doing here?"
What were you doing
exactly? I don't know, to be honest. I didn't get that
this is
far.
I have my degree in this field, so like I'd be interested to know what you were doing there. Should I hang my degree on the wall? Like, does that give me some credibility? Right in that spot below Mike Evans, I can put my degree there, low key.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, no, literally, people are probably wondering, like, oh, Danny, he hasn't done anything this semester. Yeah, I'm completely fucked right now.
So, sidetracks aside, Jamar Chase or DK Metcalf, Teddy or Winston? Okay, so Jamar Chase over DK Metcalf 100%. If Russell Wilson was healthy, it'd be a different story, but Jamar Chase easily over DK Metcalf right now with Geno Smith. Teddy or Winston? I'd go with Winston against the Seahawks. Teddy Bridgewater tonight. I think the Browns defense is pretty good. I don't really want to trust Teddy Bridgewater tonight when I think Jameis will have a better game on Monday. It's like I have less than an hour to decide, but risky since Winston was dropped yesterday and will be available tomorrow. So you might not be able to pick him up then. I don't know. I know in my league, they usually give you a chance to do it, but I guess you'd have an hour to decide because Teddy plays tonight. That's what you mean. Okay.
Is it?
Melvin or Dearness Johnson?
Melvin.
Ugh. What are you saying?
Melvin.
Yeah, I actually like. Where do I end up having Dearness Johnson?
Oh, but I gotta I gotta do my rankings. Oh my god, I was so focused with my exams this week. I haven't not even touched my rankings at all.
I have Dearness Johnson right now at 25, and I have Melvin Gordon at 21 right now. So I do have Melvin Gordon higher. He'd be the guy that I roll with. Again, Dearness Johnson, sure, he might get some carries in this game, but I think Felton's going to be involved to a fair degree. So I'm not really willing to trust either of these guys, if I'm being honest.
You know, it's a desolate week when they have ECR has Cordero Patterson, RB9, Chuba Hubbard, RB10.
That's insane.
Dearness, I'm gonna probably have Melvin RB20. I'll say RB19, and I'll have Dearness RB23.
Not bad.
Yes, sir.
Who should I pick up to play as my RB2? I really don't want to start Miles Sanders. I would start Miles Sanders over all these guys. Unless Antonio Gibson is out, then I would pick up McKissick, but I would pick up McKissick ASAP if he's still on waivers right now. Go get McKissick right now. But if Antonio Gibson is out, I would play him over Miles Sanders, but otherwise I would play Miles Sanders over all those guys that you listed there.
Yep, I agree there.
When Antonio Gibson missed time last year, he missed 2 games. JD McKissick averaged 18.5 PPR points per game. So he will see an increased role. He averaged 12 carries a game when Antonio Gibson was out of the lineup. So he's a guy that would see a big time increased role. They would use Jarrett Patterson as well, but McKissick would definitely be a big beneficiary if Gibson went out. Unfortunately for me, I have no handcuff to Antonio Gibson, but I just have him.
Look at me in our league, our listener league, bro. It's not fun.
Why? How many guys on bye do you have?
Well, I'm saying too, like I have guys on bye, and also if Antonio Gibson misses, I don't have Tony Pollard this week. Bills are on bye too, right? Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, dude. I have in our listener league, I have Dalvin Cook, Justin Herbert, James Robinson, and CeeDee Lamb on bye this week.
Dude, I have Dak Prescott, Tony Pollard, Zach Moss, Amari Cooper, Stephon Diggs, KJ Osborne on bye. Kadarius Toney's hurt. I'm currently starting Mark Ingram. I'm starting Russell Gage, and I'm starting David Johnson.
I picked up who did I pick up and put in my flex today? I picked up somebody random. I picked up Alan Lazard and put him in my flex today because I have nobody that I can start. And if Damian Williams doesn't play, I'm gonna have to start Jarrett Patterson in my whether Antonio Gibson plays or not, or I'll have to pick up somebody and start them, whoever they are on the waiver wire.
Lucas would love that.
Yeah, it's brutal. Anyway, Efren says, I'm in a 1 point per rush, 1 point per reception league. I have to decide between Dearness Johnson, Javonte Williams, and Khalil Herbert. I'm torn. See, that kind of sucks because both of those guys play tonight, and you're not going to know if Damian, so we got a report today that Damian Williams might miss this game again because. Is
Odell out, by the way?
Huh?
Is Odell out today, by the way?
I saw that Odell was warming up and there was an official announcement. So I need to see what the official announcement was.
Okay. Sorry for cutting you off. I'm just doing my rankings.
Apparently Baker Mayfield has a torn labrum.
Fractured his shoulder as well.
Yeah, that's not great.
Odell stayed on the field and is catching passes. Looks like he's playing, but official announcements in 15 minutes. They said an hour ago.
I'm just trying to see here. It looks like Odell's going to play by the looks of it, but it seemed like I saw Edwin Porras say there's no chance I start Odell Beckham tonight. So if you guys have Odell Beckham, I probably wouldn't start him.
Are you listing him in your top 50 though in this week?
No, I'm going to move him down because I think I have him as if he was going to play right now.
So
I have him at 42 actually. So I think that's about right. I'd have him at I'm going to put him at 44. I'm just moving behind Marquez Callaway. He's at 44 for me. So he's a guy that I don't really want to start. Usually my top 40 is the guys that I refer to as starts or sits in my start sit video. But to answer Efren's question, I would probably go with Javonte Williams there, but man, you got a lot of points for volume. So maybe you do go. What are your thoughts on this question? Because honestly, I would love to play Khalil Herbert. I might just risk it and wait for Khalil Herbert. Because the news we got today is that Damian Williams isn't vaccinated, so he'll have until Saturday to potentially get off the COVID list.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's getting off. He's not vaccinated. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not going to play. So I would probably go with Khalil Herbert. And I think even if Damian Williams does play, I think Herbert's still going to be heavily involved to the point that, is he really going to get that many less carries than what Javonte Williams would get?
No.
If you have to wait on it. So I think I would just roll with Khalil Herbert there, Efren. Tighten up, boys. What a victory. Yeah, big dub for you guys. Stephen A. Smith, sorry. My apologies. I forgot your name. I'm in a world of hurt at the running back spot, hoping Gibson and Alex Collins play. Everybody's on bye week. Yeah, that's a tough situation to be in. I'm pretty much starting Michael Carter and potentially Damian Williams in our listener league because I have J-Rob and Dalvin Cook on bye this week. Craig says Landry or Hilton PPR. I'd probably take Jarvis Landry there. I know T.Y. Hilton had a good game, but T.Y. Hilton always plays well against Houston. It's a known fact that he always plays well against Houston, and he re-aggravated whatever injury he was dealing with before. So maybe he plays this week. Maybe he doesn't. You'll have to wait until Sunday Night Football to find out. And by that point, you won't have any options on the waiver wire to start in case he doesn't play anyway. So I'd roll with Jarvis Landry.
Yeah, no, I agree there.
Josh, give me Michael Pittman Jr. there over Javonte Williams. The Browns are really tough against the run. So I don't really want to start either of the Broncos running backs, but I'm assuming most of you will have to because of all the bye weeks. Funny stats. Henry has more yards after contact than Nick Chubb, who's second in rushing, has total yards. Yeah, and the Titans have lost to arguably the best team and worst team this year, Cardinals and Jets. The Titans lost to the Jets? Oh, yeah, right. I totally forgot Zach Wilson's first victory came against the Jets, our New York Jets.
Amen.
Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, that's actually funny that the Titans lost both to the Cardinals and to the Jets.
Is Grog expected to play today? Or play this week, sorry?
I think he's going to play, yeah.
Okay.
I would say he's probably – so he didn't practice on Wednesday. I'm not sure if he practiced today. I'd have to look it up right now. But he didn't practice Wednesday, but that's Veterans Day. Veterans never practice on Wednesdays. So I'd imagine if he played or if he practiced today, let me see right now. Okay, here we go. Buccaneers practice report. Gronkowski did not participate, so he didn't practice today either. So that's a little concerning then. He could play still because it sounds like he was close to playing last week, and he is a veteran, so they're likely to just rest him until the game if he does play. But I'd say it's like a 50-50 shot at this point.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, and if he does play, he's pretty much as a muster at the tight end position.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Javonte the GOAT, yes sir. Yo, what it do? My Dearness pickup last week might pay off. LOL. Yeah, I mean, like if you get a starting worthy player off the wire, it's always going to be.
Dude, I'm not even kidding when I say in my home league, these like big waiver pickups like Dearness Johnson this week and like a couple of the other guys we've talked about in weeks past, they're always owned in my home league. Like people are getting like 1 week ahead of schedule every time. It's really frustrating. So I'm hoping me picking up Jarrett Patterson this week was me getting one. Well, I actually don't hope that's the case because I have Gibson, but I'm hoping I got ahead of the curve a little bit.
Could be the case. You like Mac's album? Which one?
Yeah, I literally like all of Mac's album except for Faces. Amen. And if you're talking about Faces, because it was technically just released on
I like Faces.
I can't stand it. I think it's
by
far the worst piece of shit he's ever created.
It's got some skips on it, but again, I like the melody.
I think the whole album is skips except for Diablo.
Bro, you're crazy.
I don't like the album at all. It's too dark. It's too dark for me.
That's what I mean. You don't like Melancholic Mac.
I don't. I love Circles. I love Swimming. I love like his more like in-depth, like deep shit. It's not like it's just Faces is just him like fucked up on drugs when he made it.
No, and that's the thing. It's like what I found with Faces up until like the melancholic feel of Faces, even up until like some of Swimming, it's more so like he's.
I don't think Swimming has any part, any real like. I liked watching movies.
That's fair, but the thing. Okay, let's talk about Swimming real quick, and then we're getting sidetracked. But with Swimming, what I felt when I listened to that album is he's at his hole, he's at his lowest point, and he doesn't know how to escape it, but he's trying. So like you got Ladders, for example.
Was good. Like Come Back to Earth is like a pretty depressing song, but like that the song is so good. Like at least the music on Faces stinks.
Yeah, like 2009 as well. And again, like Ladders, for example, he's at the bottom. He has to climb his way back to the top. He has to climb his way back to feeling good again. That's the main thing I gathered when I listened to the album. But with Faces again, he's starting to get into his rough page of his life, rough space of his life, and that's why I appreciate it a little bit more. Again, I will admit it's not one of his better albums, but
I like bar none his worst album. It's not even close in my opinion.
I don't know. Just traded Lockett and Gibson for Deontay and Edmonds. Thoughts? Full PPR. Lockett and yeah, I mean that's probably a pretty
deal.
I
mean it's all going to depend what the health of Gibson is. Like, because if Gibson's healthy and he's fine, he's able to play through it, then I would probably take the Lockett and Gibson side. But if Gibson is dealing with anything, if he's out for a couple of games, then I think you won that trade.
Yeah, especially in a full PPR. I mean, I think Deontay at this point, as much as I love Gibson, I think Deontay is probably the best asset in this deal.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
Flex OBJ or Javonte Williams. I'd go with Javonte given OBJ's questionable status. I mean, he's going to play, but like we don't know if that's a pitch count. We don't know how that's going to be with Case Keenum. Like there's just
plus he hasn't been good not on a pitch count. So I mean, maybe he's good because Case Keenum is able to hit him downfield and Baker's not. I have no idea, but yeah, OBJ
such a wild dynamic.
Be planned tonight.
Side note, that's such a wild dynamic to me.
Yeah. Oh no, it's like a known fact that Baker and OBJ just can't get on the same page. I really hope that the Browns just cut the cord on this OBJ experiment and they like trade him or cut him or whatever. After the season, they draft a first round receiver instead and like get a guy that Mayfield can actually get a connection going with.
Let's think of some landing spots, like just like randomly. Like, I mean, 49ers were rumored about it like at one point. That could be a spot potentially. We just think. Let me look at some teams.
I mean, Green Bay is always brought up with every wide receiver. Yeah, Vegas makes some sense.
Yeah, a team like that. I mean, yeah, this is the only real spots that really jump out to me right away. But yeah. Okay, let's just go on. I bet Von Miller 3.5 sacks or 3+ sacks.
That's a lot.
That's a lot, but I mean,
I'm assuming you got great odds on that because that's a lot. Are the Browns the Browns tackles must not be playing if you made that bet. I'm guessing. I have no both of them missed last game, so I have no idea what their status is this week.
Yeah, no, we'll see though. Donovan Peoples-Jones tonight or Amon St. Brown. I'll wait it out.
I'll take DPJ tonight.
Yeah?
Yeah, DPJ plays more snaps than
I'll go with Amon
St. Brown. He runs more routes, and I mean, we don't know who Case Keenum's going to gravitate towards. There's that kind of unknown factor, so I'll just take DPJ just for the upside.
Yeah, they're both like fringe wide receiver 4-ish types, though, personally. I was thinking to offer Gibson for Javonte Williams. What do you think? Hate Broncos play calling? I would still prefer Gibson.
No, I would prefer Gibson still.
Yeah.
Even if you told me Gibson was going to miss 3 or 4 games, I would still take Gibson.
Yeah, at this point. Yeah, it's a 16-team league, and I have a lot of people on bye. Yeah, man, I could feel that. Darrell Williams or Dearness Johnson.
Not even close. Darrell Williams, easily.
Yeah, I did so. Is Sutton worth a start tonight with the weather?
So the weather's supposed to be bad. Is that a new report that we're hearing?
I would start Sutton over all those guys regardless.
I might have to adjust my DraftKings lineup if the weather's bad.
What, towards running backs?
Well, I went heavy. I didn't play a single running back. So
that's what I mean. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still like Courtland Sutton even if it rains. Which do I flex from waivers? Bateman, Hardman, Green, Kirk, Rondale, or Callaway. Assuming you can only flex one. At this point, probably AJ Green.
I'd take Christian Kirk
over AJ Green.
Yeah, I would take Christian Kirk there.
What are the expected matchups?
Green will be on the Texans have actually been pretty good against wide receivers in general. So
it's funny because
it's not like a smash matchup overall, but I would take Christian Kirk because he's in the slot, and we know who plays the slot for Houston.
I'm fine with making that a little bet spicy.
What, Green versus Kirk?
Yeah, fuck it.
Would you take Green? So you take Green of all of the Cardinals wide receivers? Because he says Rondale too. So I'd take Kirk and Rondale over Green.
Okay, I thought you were lumping DeAndre into that for a second.
Oh, no. Not including DeAndre. But of those 3 Cardinals receivers, I would take Kirk first. Second, I would take Rondale, and then I would take Green.
I'd take Green, Kirk, Rondale at this point, simply be going off of opportunity and snap share. I don't know. I mean, we want to harp on Green because he's older and because he's been a little bit washed.
It's nothing against AJ Green. I think he's playing a lot better this year than he was last year. Christian Kirk's the explosive guy. I think there's going to be some explosive plays in the game.
It's fair. Let me just hear where do we leave off. Starts at Javonte or risk waiting for Alex Collins. I would just go with Javonte at that point. They're both replaceable running backs, even if Alex Collins plays.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, boys, I got a bunch of buys, 2 and 4 and projected to lose, but I have Mike Will, Deontay. Can't decide if I blow it up or trade for Cook. I could get him. Yeah, I'm assuming this is a dynasty league. If you're asking, this is a team I'm not blowing up at all. I mean, you've gotten some variance unluckiness to you thus far with CMC getting hurt, with Gibson and Russ getting like banged up. Obviously, Russ missing time. I would just hold on to this team. And again, if you could go for Cook, I would want to know what you'd package, but. I think you can claw this back, especially not only this year, but next year and going forward.
Yeah.
Hit the like button. Yeah, listen to Javon. We are currently, let me just double check on the stream. There are currently 20 likes on the stream and 65 concurrent viewers. That is weak sauce, to say the least.
Big time.
20 to 65 ratio, not good enough. I want to see that at least at 35-40 by the time I check again. So hit the like button. Choose Tim Patrick, Waddle, Landry, Devonta Smith, or Boyd. So Devonta Smith.
You know what? I'm going to leave my lineup the way it is.
I think I'm going to go. Smith, Waddle, Patrick.
I am gonna go Waddle and Smith.
Smith and Waddle are easy. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go Patrick over Landry as well.
Yeah. Watson worth picking up in a one quarterback.
So I heard a report today that they might get the deal done by Tuesday. If you have room on your bench and you got nothing else to pick up, maybe you want to hold him for a week, sure. But if nothing happens, then I'd probably just drop him after that. So I'd say he's worth picking up if you can handle the extra space on your bench.
Case, Tua, or Mac, pick one.
I'll take Tua there.
Yeah,
I'll take Tua there.
Yep. Javonte, Ruggs, and Myers, pick two.
I'm sitting Javonte there.
I was about to say I'm going with the 2 wide receivers, and funny enough, like happily for you, I think Ruggs is by far the best player out of these.
Yeah, I do too, man. Like,
he's been good,
you know what's a complete joke? The guy's on pace for 1,250 yards with less than 100 target pace right now.
Nobody's talking about it too.
Like nobody's throwing to. Why isn't he getting thrown to? Like, please explain to me why they're not throwing the ball to him more.
But
every time he touches the ball, he does something like excellent.
Bro, but Bryan Edwards is better.
Dude, Bryan Edwards also needs to get thrown the ball more.
Jarvis Landry, Chip Patrick is my 2 and 3. Wish me luck. Yeah, I will. There, Nicholas. Regular Patrick. Patrick, not even close.
Yeah, easily Patrick there.
I got a feeling Broncos win. Yeah, I agree there, especially with all the Browns injuries.
Yeah, I'm leaving my lineup as it currently stands. Right now, I have Tim Patrick in the captain slot, Teddy Bridgewater, Case Keenum, Noah Fant, Jarvis Landry in the Browns defense.
Yeah, that's the meta. Start Sutton or Waddle, full PPR. As much as I love Waddle, I mean, this is Sutton for me.
Yep.
Corey Davis or Rashad Bateman. Call me crazy. I'm going Bateman here. I mean, Davis has not been good recently. I understand he is the number one on that team, but I mean, we saw Bateman get nearly a 25% target share in his first game, 6 targets on 21 or 27 total passing attempts for Lamar. I think this is going to be the game that we see Bateman really show out. I mean, he was good in his first game. I think he's going to build off that.
Yeah, I agree.
Fanter Goddard this week. Given the news of Ertz, I really like Goddard, but I'm still not willing to start him over a guy like Fant personally until I see it.
Yeah, I'll take Fant there as well. He's a guy that's running like consistently 85% of the routes. He has like a 20% target share on the season.
Yeah. Start Johnson, Stevenson, or Khalil Herbert full PPR. I'm willing to take the plunge for Herbert here. B Silva. That's a nasty lineup. Most of the guys had a bye week last week. I just have Dak this week. Yeah, man. I feel that week 7 bye week is absolutely killer. PPR D'Ernest or wait and see for Devontae Parker. I'd start D'Ernest over Devontae Parker personally.
I would as well.
I got 5 guys on bye, so I'm correct. Oh, you got 5 guys on bye. Well, I have a league where
I can go for 5 guys right now.
Oh, bro, there's one in Guelph. Absolute.
I know that's the one that's closest to me. I have to drive to it.
Rip it, bud. Let me see how many bye weeks I have in this one league. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 bye weeks in League of Tone Setters.
That's wild.
8. Thanks as always, fellas. Anytime there, Mac. Knox broke his hand. Oh, Dawson Knox broke his hand?
Yep.
What? That's nuts. Carr Tua. That's actually like close. I'll slightly lean Carr, but I don't know. What are your thoughts here? You hit your mic.
Yeah, I just hit my mic with my hand. Carr Tua. I would probably start Derek Carr.
Yeah, it's not fun, but I mean, yeah. We're excited for this live stream then for the game tonight. I appreciate that, Zach.
I mean, the game isn't exactly the most fun in the world, so I don't know if that's a compliment to us or if that's a switch up on the game. So I changed my lineup a little bit. This is what I changed it to. So I took Teddy B out of it, and I have Melvin Gordon in the captain slot right now, and mainly because I'm starting Javonte Williams. So if Javonte doesn't perform, it's probably because Melvin did, and I'll be happy either way. Then I have Cortland Sutton, Tim Patrick, Case Keenum, Jarvis Landry in the Browns defense.
I rate it.
I might have to swap Cortland Sutton out for another Browns wide receiver or something like that. Like, I can't decide between, because I feel like DPJ is going to be heavily owned, so I don't really want to play him because he had such a big week last week. I just feel like it's not a leverage play whatsoever to play Donovan Peoples-Jones, but I'm not playing Beckham.
Yeah, no, exactly. Gronk or Goddard for my sleeper league. Gronk or Goddard, just because Gronk's been dealing with a bunch of injuries.
I'd probably take Goddard as well, yeah.
Baker should heal quick since he lives at the stadium.
That is true. He does live at the stadium.
Amen. Pick 2 in PPR: Patrick, Odell, and Landry.
Give me Patrick and Landry.
Yeah, I agree there. Maximus, should I start Damon Harris over Gibson? Kind of hard to trust Gibbs' injury. If Gibson plays, I'll still go Gibson, but if Gibson obviously misses, then you go Harris.
Also, I would still play Gibson if he plays, yeah.
Also, Brodo, I'll give you the warning, but listen, you leave your question in once. You don't have to say it 3 times in a row. I get it. There's multiple people in this stream. There's 66 people in this stream. We will get to your question. Just because you comment, it doesn't mean you
skill trips are the best part about these. They're so funny.
I mean, you got to teach it because, I mean, for your question, Javonte or Ruggs, I would go with Ruggs. Fine to help you out. You don't need to add the next 2 times, okay? That's your warning.
Yes, sir.
I'm feeling nice. I won't time you out this time, though. Keep that in mind.
Tyler says, Odell, Tim Patrick, Mooney for wide receiver. So if you can only start one of those guys, I would go with Tim Patrick.
Yep, I agree there. Pick one for each position: McKissick or Davis, T. Higgins or Ruggs. Tough one this week. I'd go with McKissick and T. Higgins, but Ruggs is good for him. He's earned his way into like that top 30-ish type of discussion.
Yeah, he's actually outscoring T. Higgins. So this year, I would take McKissick and T. Higgins as well.
Is Gordon a worthy flex?
Of a flex tonight? I have Gordon at RB21 right now. I think he's a worthy flex start. Depends, what your other options are, but I think he's a fine flex start this week.
I agree there.
Matchup is tough against the Browns defense, though.
Sutton or Mike Evans? I'd still go with Mikey boy.
Yeah, I'd go with Mike Evans there.
Sit one. Sutton fan. Waddle. You wrote Waddle twice, but I'd sit Boyd here.
I mean, the interesting thing that I found is that Cincinnati, while they're not really that much of a pass-heavy team, they are really run-heavy in when they're leading. So, like, anytime they get a lead, they just, like, run the ball like crazy. And I don't think they're going to be leading against Baltimore, or at least not, like, it's not going to be a huge, like, lead for them. They'll probably be in a neutral game script at worst most of the game. So, Boyd and Higgins and those guys could have a better passing volume game, but I think I would sit Boyd here.
I mean, like, if it's a flex spot, then it's kind of weird. Like, would you start Fant over Boyd?
I would start Fant over Boyd, yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree, too. Gronk ain't playing. Yeah, that's fair. I mean,
it's not for sure yet, but he didn't practice today. But again, he's a veteran. Like Bruce Arians, I know my team pretty well. They don't let veterans practice if they're like banged up in any way. Like if Antonio Brown practice today? I don't think he did. So if Antonio Brown, he didn't practice today either, and nobody's saying Antonio Brown isn't playing.
Okay, there. Sutton or Landry? I go with Sutton there. Augustin, Donovan Peoples-Jones. Yes, sir. Is this the week Ayuk gets back on track? I still haven't lost hope.
I kind of have, but yes, I think I want to see him get back on track. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen this week. They're coming off of a bye week. They got to reassess what they were doing. Maybe they're like, hey, why don't we throw the ball to fucking Ayuk? Because he's literally the best receiver on our team.
Unfucking real, man.
And it drives me insane every time I go on Twitter seeing people go, I can't believe people thought Ayuk was better than Debo. It's like, that's not what happened. Like, we don't know if he's better than Debo because Kyle Shanahan won't put him on the field.
The worst part about it is I'm going to have to make Debo Samuel my Twitter header if he finishes with less points than Brent, or with more points than Brent Ayuk, which he is. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, and Ruggs or Landry, I go with Ruggs there. JD.
I don't know who I have higher there.
I like Ruggs.
I also have Ruggs higher. I have Ruggs at wide receiver 31 this week. That's insane that he's at that point.
You just see where I have him. I close my thing. Dude, like, I'm seeing my rankings for the first time because
I still have Ayuk on my roster, but I'm concerned. Yeah, I definitely would be, to be honest. He's borderline drop candidate at this point. Obviously, this week you can start him because of all the bye weeks, but going forward, once we get out of the byes, he'll probably be off of rosters if he doesn't turn it around real soon. Got offered Gibson for Chase Edmonds. Depends what your situation is there, Smooth Criminal. If you are 5-1 or 6-0, I'd probably take that deal and hold on to Gibson for a couple weeks if he even is out, because like he was practicing in a limited capacity today. So to me, that tells me like this isn't a guy going on IR. Like he might miss this week's game or something like that, but I don't expect him to be out for a number of weeks or anything like that. So I probably would take that deal unless you're like 2-4, 1-5, or 0-6. Yep,
I agree with that. You can click the next one.
As a Gibson owner, I prefer them to sit him through the bye. I'm a Gibson owner as well. I'm 4-2 right now. If they need to sit him for like one game, I'm cool with it, but I don't really want them to sit him till the bye personally. If he's okay, if he can play. DJ Moore, McLaurin, Sutton, and Mike Evans. Who should I sit? I would sit Cortland Sutton there. Obed. LOL.
LOL.
Dropped Teddy. LOL. I better hope Winston is available tomorrow because if not, my options are Jimmy G, Taylor Heineke, or Jared Goff. I would actually still prefer to play Taylor Heineke over Teddy Bridgewater, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree.
Jimmy G actually isn't a terrible option either.
Yeah, amen. Sorry, I'm getting a bunch of notifications.
Just got McLaurin off of waivers in a 10-team league. That is fucking absurd. Who the hell dropped Terry McLaurin? Terry McLaurin's like legitimately my top 10 receivers the rest of the season.
Bro, if someone dropped McLaurin in my home league, I think they'd be banished.
Oh, God. This would be hilarious. OBJ to the Saints. I know Bryson's a Saints fan, but like, dude, you already have one head case wide receiver. You want another one?
Max. McLaurin off waivers.
Jameis Dots. OBJ to Detroit. It makes no sense. I don't think he would ever want to play there, though.
No, and that would be so counterintuitive. Like, they're literally a tank job. They're 0-6, and like they're like, oh yeah, let's just trade for a 29-year-old.
Can we talk about something real fast? One last sidetrack before we get in here. Matt Corral's going 1, right? In the draft? Nobody's mocking him there. I see people like Detroit has the first pick in a lot of these mock drafts, obviously, because they're 0-6.
I still can't take him.
Why is nobody mocking Matt Corral?
I still can't take him over Thibodeau.
Is Thibodeau that good? I haven't watched a single Oregon game today or this
fucking
year.
Incredible.
Really?
Like Chase Young level.
Who's your quarterback next year?
Dude, then you just punt for 2023 and you get like DJU or Bryce Young or someone like that.
DJU stinks.
I mean, like Bryce Young then. Bryce Young said.
I think Matt Corral is better than all those guys.
Bryce Young?
Yeah.
Ooh, we're going to have a career bet on Bryce Young versus Matt
Corral. I don't know, dude. Matt Corral looks good to me. I like Matt. People are so down on the guy. Yeah, he had like a mad game against Alabama, but
I don't know. When I watch Corral, the reason why I know you like him a lot because he's got a little Burrow to him.
Dude, he looks like a Burrow Baker. I always like Burrow Baker lookalike types. Like Zach Wilson was kind of the same way too.
So you like Sam Howell then? If you like Baker,
Sam Howell is kind of like a Baker type too. Actually,
he's literally Baker.
I literally haven't watched a North Carolina game this year, so I have no idea.
Sam Howell's B-Tech Baker.
Texas is on bye this week though, so I get to watch some other teams.
Dude, next week.
All I do is watch Bijan. Like I just want to watch Bijan every game, so I just watch Texas.
Dude, next week, Michigan versus Michigan State. I want you to take a look at Blake Corum and let me know your thoughts on him. He's fucking.
Well, yeah, and I want to see what's his name too. Yeah.
Yeah, they're a couple studs. Should I trade Deontay and Mixon for Chubb and AJ Brown? Yeah, I would take the Chubb AJ Brown.
I would as well. I think Chubb will be back next week, and when Chubb's back without Hunt in the lineup, he's going to be way better than Mixon.
Yep, I agree there. Coming in late, but here for the support. Everyone like, and do I start Crowder or Moore? Which Moore is this? Is this Rondale?
If it's Rondale, I'll start Rondale. If it's Elijah or if it's DJ, I'm starting DJ, obviously, but I doubt it's DJ. So if it's Elijah Moore or Crowder, I would probably start Crowder.
Yeah, I agree there.
But if it's Rondale, I'll start Rondale.
So much predictable programmed with Matt Miller's death. I wouldn't have doubted it was all planned. He might not even be dead. That's some very big conspiracy, right?
Yeah, big conspiracy shit.
I have DBJ aligned, and so do I have Dearness Johnson. Yeah, the meta. Took us all. Yeah, as much as I love CeeDee Lamb, this is a home run for you.
Yeah, that's a home run. Dude.
That's a home
top
run.
5 receiver rest of the season for me.
Yeah. Robbie or Boyd? I would go with Boyd here. No, I don't think we're seeing a turnaround. I'd still go with Boyd. I mean, he had 11 targets.
I do think we're seeing a turnaround with Robbie Anderson. A little bit. But I would still start Boyd.
Yeah. Everybody, listen, hit the fucking like button. Let's go. Myers or Shepard, full people prepared for my flex spot. I'll go
Sterling Shepard. There's no way I sit Sterling Shepard this week.
Yep.
I have Sterling Shepard as wide receiver 19 in my rankings.
Where do I have him? I think he's like in my fringe top 20 as well.
I have him higher than Jalen Waddle, Michael Pittman, Devontae Smith, Tyler Lockett, T. Higgins.
He is my wide receiver 21.
Yeah, I have him at 19. And I might even move him higher than that, to be honest.
In terms of where Hardman would rank, like he probably like a fringe like top 24 option this week.
I don't think Tyreek's gonna miss this game.
But like, dude, like I have Hardman at 27, even with Tyreek expected to play. That's how bad it is this week, bro. I don't know, man. Fucking Rob.
I'm not playing McCole Hardman. I'll take like anybody. I'll take people in my 40s over McCole Hardman if you want to make that bet.
Who do you want? Devontae Parker?
I'll take Ayuk versus Hardman.
I'll do that.
Easily.
Again, keep in mind, I haven't actually set
my
rankings.
I'll take Hunter Renfrow over Hardman.
Keep in mind, I haven't actually set my rankings. So
I'll take Renfrow over Hardman, dude. I didn't want anything to do with McCole.
If I'm realistically ranking Hardman, he's probably going to be wide receiver 36 for me.
Did he have like 8 targets last week? Is that why people are ranking him high?
Probably. I don't know. He fucking came at 27 in my consensus when I loaded it.
He was ECR 27?
Yeah.
Oh my God. He must have had like 10 targets last week, and that's why it's happening. He had 5 targets last week.
I think he had like 10 the week before.
He had 12 against Buffalo.
Yeah.
He went 4 for 62. Like, what are we excited about? The guy literally ran 60% of the routes.
Yeah, dude, I don't fucking know.
No chance. He put
9 for 76 the week before.
Or top 30. No. There's no chance I would put him that high.
Would it be in your top 30 if Tyreek missed, though?
No, he wouldn't.
No?
Really? If Tyreek misses, he'd be like, I have Christian Kirk at like 36. He'd be like right ahead of that.
So 35.
Yeah.
Interesting. I have him there right now, but we left off on Browns fan. We actually got a super chat here from JT86TN. He says, got a tough one here. Standard league, worried about the injuries, need 2. AB and Antonio Gibson, but do I start Landry tonight in case one sits? I would roll with both Antonios personally.
Ugh, that is tough though, because AB again, like he didn't practice 2 straight days. I'm telling you, it's probably veteran related why he didn't practice. Same with Gronkowski, but that is tough because I would say there's like a 70% chance that one of those guys misses the game. So, I mean, I would just make sure you have some pivots available on the waiver wire that you can go to if one of those guys does sit. But I think I would risk it and go with Antonio Brown and Antonio Gibson.
Yep. Where did we leave off here, by the way? Browns fan. Half PPR, OBJ or Marquez Callaway.
It's literally, I have Callaway 1 spot higher.
I was just about to say I have Callaway a little higher.
I'm a little intrigued by the fact that Case Keenum's the starter. I'm a little intrigued by it. I'm not going to lie.
Give me Callaway.
I'll ask a question. It's an easy matchup for Callaway, so I'll take him.
Amen.
Facts.
Yeah, facts with Carr. Javonte or Jarvis.
I'll take Jarvis there.
Half PPR, I'll go Javonte. Full PPR, Jarvis. That's a cop-out, but whatever.
There's no way that Bryan Edwards is on pace for 1,000 yards.
Jesus. Yeah, no shot, right?
Yeah, Sam would have already tweeted at me if that happened.
Ruggs fragile, can't pepper him or he'll be injured in no time.
No, that's a fugaz right there. Ruggs is a bad man.
This guy in my league has Patty, Zeke, Najee, Derrick Henry.
How do I beat that? You don't.
You hope for
I mean, Zeke's on bye, and so is Najee. So
you hope for a down.
Hopefully, you're playing him this week.
Yeah. RJ Goddard for my tight end spot, full PPR. I'll go Goddard there.
Yeah, I'll take Goddard as well.
Are you guys still rostering Watson with the hopes of put not in 1 quarterback leagues, but in super flex? At least I don't mind putting him at the end of my bench.
Yeah, in 1 quarterback leagues, unless you're like screwed at quarterback, like I think you should be able to find. Like I'd rather roster like Tua than Watson at this point.
Standard score, flex Sutton, Godwin, or D'Ernest. Godwin.
Godwin.
Yeah, not really close for me. Tim Patrick or Jamison Crowder. Give me Patrick.
Yep.
Callaway or Higgins. I'll go T. Higgins here.
If that's Rashard Higgins, I'll take Callaway. But if that is T. Higgins, I'll take T. Higgins.
Landry tonight or Bateman. I personally would go for Bateman here.
You'd go for Bateman over Landry? Really?
Yeah, eh? I mean, Landry coming back from injury, new quarterback.
Yeah, but Landry, let's also keep in mind that he's had 3 weeks to recover from a 2 to 3 week injury, and Landry it's the first time he's missed a game in his entire career. Like I don't think he'd come back if he wasn't healthy. I'm
willing to make this a bet.
Go ahead. Landry versus. It's not that I don't believe in Bateman. I love Bateman, but
where are we? Josh Jacobs and Darnell Mooney, Week 7 outlook. I mean, who the Raiders play? I don't even. You would
Josh
know
Jacobs plays Philadelphia.
I mean, like I think Jacobs should do pretty good in that matchup.
I think like Mooney's gonna have Jamel Dean most of the time, so I'd say if a Bears wide receiver is gonna produce, it's probably gonna be Robinson. And Jacobs, to me, I if you have to choose between these 2 guys, I would go with Jacobs easily.
Yep, I agree. They only have to cover Landry. Rough. David Harris or Elijah Mitchell. Let me just check the matchups. But, I'm leaning Harris without even looking. Yeah, Harris against the Jets, easy. Part of that.
Yep.
Full PPR, yes sir. Evans or Brown? I'll go with Mike Evans.
I will also take Mike Evans there.
Should I trade Pollard and Boyd for McKissick? Do not do that. Do not do
Hopefully,
that.
I have all my lineups set because I may have trolled.
Do not do that, by the way, Everfin. Odell, Landry, Ruggs start 2. I'll sit Odell here.
Oh, for the record, for those of you guys that are wondering about Gibson, what I'm doing this week is I'm starting. So here was my option. I could have started Antonio Gibson in my RB slot and then flexed either Javonte Williams, Ricky Seals-Jones, or Brian Edwards, but I probably wasn't going to do that. So it was either Javonte or Ricky Seals-Jones in my flex for me because Pitts is back from bye. What I'm doing instead is I'm starting Javonte in my RB2 slot, putting Gibson in my flex, and then in case Gibson doesn't play, then I can pivot to Ricky Seals-Jones or Jarrett Patterson, who I also picked up.
You're also motivating Javonte Williams. He's going to see that in the promotion, and he's going to be fired up.
And I'm also trying to light a fire under Gibson to play because he's in my flex.
Amen.
He was once in my RB1 slot, and then I moved him to my RB2 slot in favor of Swift because Swift is my RB1, and then Gibson had like a 30-point game.
He felt disrespected. You'd love to see it.
Yeah.
Here, where do we leave off after Yael?
Yeah. I see Rowe there. We left off. Sorry, I'll find it. Yael there.
Where do we leave off after him?
CB.
All right. We actually got $1.99 super chat from Rowe. He says, yo, growth spot, super flex, Fields, or golf.
Fields.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I know my defense. We give it up on through the air, and I think pass rush will be after him. He'll probably run a little bit. Yep.
So let's try to rapid fire some questions quick, and then we can kind of get out of here because 8:22 is about to start. Where do we leave off? Click it.
Sorry, CB right there. Flex one and one wide receiver PPR. T. Higgins, Chase Edmonds,
Metcalf.
Mitchell. I'm going with. I might go Edmonds and Metcalf there.
Full PPR. I like Higgins over Edmonds personally.
I mean, full PPR benefits Edmonds as well.
That's fair. I meant like the wide receiver over the.
Yeah. I think I would still take Chase Edmonds there. T. Higgins is supposed to see a lot of Marlon Humphrey. I think he has the worst matchup of the Bengals wideouts.
I'll go with Patrick and McKissick.
Yeah, I would as well.
Bateman or Landry? Hollywood already. We just talked about this. I'd go with Bateman. He'd go with Landry. Eckler and Najee on bye. Need these three.
Swift's always in your lineup. Yeah. So
Swift, Murray, and Collins if he plays.
Yeah, if Collins doesn't play, I think you just got to find like a Sunday night or a Monday night pivot.
It could potentially be the case there, Jer. Could potentially be the case if you guys want to see that. Engram, Hooper, or Hurst. So gross, but Engram's already dealing with injury, so at that point, I'll just start Hooper because
I'd probably go with Engram here.
I mean, Engram, if he was healthy, yeah, but I know he's dealing with
but like Tony's out, Galladay's out, Barkley's out. It's just Shepard out there, and Engram is running 75-80% of the routes. So if Engram plays, I'd go with him.
I don't think he's going to. Is what I mean. NBC. Let me just take a look.
Jarvis Landry already involved. Let's go.
Yeah, we gotta finish this quick.
First play.
It was added to the Giants injury report. With a calf issue. Yeah, it's a calf.
Dude, if I win in the listener league, I'm the greatest fantasy player ever.
Pick two.
No Justin Herbert, no Dalvin Cook, no J-Rob, and no CeeDee Lamb would be impressive if I won.
Yeah, what about me too, bro? Fucking, I am without Dak, Pollard, Moss, Cooper, Diggs, Osborne, and Tony.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's full pain. Dude, fucking B-Mac has no fucking bye weeks this week. Are you kidding me? How the
Why
fuck
is
did
Austin
that
Hooper
happen?
just absolutely... We were just talking about Austin Hooper. He just cut up like a 25-yard reception.
Yeah, Javon knows. I like that, Javon.
Facts.
See, I love you. Thanks, boys. Appreciate that, Javon. We already answered that, I believe, Yael. McLaurin's available.
Facts. I bet.
Watch the Sooner.
Yeah, I could watch the Sooners. That is true.
Would you play Broncos defense tonight? Oh, fuck. We missed it, but
we missed it, but yes, I would.
Sold Kareem Hunt high with... Yeah, amen. That's a steal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Malik Willis is fun. I've watched a little bit of
Malik Willis is fun, but I don't think he's like... I think NFL teams are going to covet Corral more because he looks like more of a prototype.
I agree with that. If I were to make like a type of comp for what you should expect from Malik Willis, he doesn't have the greatest processor. He's not the most accurate. He's a phenomenal athlete with a big arm. He's like, to me, a better version of Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say Jalen Hurts there.
Like a better version. Yeah, I think he's more athletic, and I think he's got a bigger arm.
Yeah.
which I mean, like, again, like you need an out of structure quarterback that can produce in the ground game. I think he could be really fun. And depending on landing spot, like as much as I like Corral from a fantasy standpoint, if he gets in a decent
he's
spot,
definitely more appealing for fantasy for sure. All right, let's motor through these here.
I have to start 2. Can only have. Okay, where do I go here? Have to start 2.
Oh, yeah, I would drop Marquez Callaway to take Jarvis Landry off of.
I agree there.
IR for sure.
If you're starting 2 though, Claypool, Chase
Keenan. I'd go Keenan and Chase there.
They're on Keenan's on by Chase and Landry then.
Oh,
dropping Callaway. JD over Johnson tonight. Yes. JD McKissick, I'm assuming that is.
Yeah.
I would do that, Nikki. Do you like Gage? No.
Not really, no.
Kind of caca. Good luck with that, brother. I'm starting him this week a little, but I got Jeff and Mike Will Payne. Payne. Need one flex. I think we already answered this, but I would go with Metcalf and Higgins. Corey would go with Edmonds and Metcalf there.
Wow, Dearness Johnson's a workahorse.
What do we do trade-wise? Oh, yeah, let me get the couple questions.
So my DFS lineup's already torched because I didn't play Dearness Johnson.
Oh, really?
Nope. I thought I was big brain by fading it. It's like, everybody's going to play Dearness Johnson, and I'm not going to, and he literally looks like Kareem Hunt out there.
Did he score?
Yeah, and he had like a big run, too. He kind of looks disgusting. I'm not going to lie.
I know you guys answered this before. Would you drop Corey Davis or Ayuk for Elijah Mitchell or just sit on Ayuk on 5-1? Yeah, I mean, I like if you need RB, I don't mind like dropping either of them.
I'd rather have Elijah Mitchell than Ayuk at this point.
Cleveland's a basketball time. Nobody cares. Go Cavs. My RBs are Miles Sanders, Damon Harris. Yeah, damn. I have. Who should I trade him for? What I would, if I should at all, I would just hold them. To be honest, I mean that's a phenomenal core. I'm assuming you agree.
Yep.
Devontae Parker or Ramondre Stevenson. Thanks, guys. I'll go with Stevenson there, Ryan. Rip Hooper on the bench with those 3 garbage tight ends and already got 5 points. A little sad. Pain.
One buddy in my league, he had Latavius Murray in his lineup instead of Dearness Johnson. I'm like, dude, take Latavius out and put Dearness Johnson. And he just texted me. He's like, thank you so much because he just scored.
4-2 record, full to PPR 10 man. Do I trade Jones and Moore? Which Jones? Let me just see. I'm assuming that's Aaron Jones and DJ Moore for CMC, McLaurin, and Chuba. Yeah, give me the CMC side.
Yeah. If that's Aaron Jones, DJ Moore for CMC, McLaurin, and Chuba, I would definitely do that.
Yep. Dearness Tichi, Yezer. Rugs are mooning. Give me the rugs there, baboon.
All right, let's head out of here. Peace out, fellas. We're going to watch the game now. Enjoy this dog shit game that we have on TV.